We've all heard the saying, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. It is one thing to hear the saying. It is another thing to know the saying. It's a whole other thing to live that saying out. Like they say, wisdom comes about by applying knowledge. And right now, your boy is trying to apply that knowledge to the fullest umpteenth degree. And we'll talk about why here in a second. All right, let's get this show started. Whoosh. What's going on, people? It's your boy Kalechi back with another video. If this is your first time around this part, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy anything that we talk about on this video, hit that like button. Turn that thing, say it with me now, a blue. But anyway, in this video, we're gonna be going through my Robinhood portfolio and some of the slight changes that I made in the portfolio. But before we talk about the portfolio, I mentioned that snippet at the beginning of the video because I made a few moves. And the move that I made is, and it's extremely difficult to be making this move, is Alibaba. I've been buying shares of Alibaba, even in the Robinhood portfolio, which previously I was only buying shares in the M1 Finance portfolio, but more negative news came out on Alibaba, and it's not anything to do with the business. It didn't even have anything to do with Alibaba. And so I was like, should I do it? Should I make this move? And I was like, yes. You will notice that I have made a few moves. One, I sold out of my ARK investment. As you guys know, that was a YOLO thing that I did because I had some extra money and I was like, why not buy some ARK? And I bought some ARK. I actually actualized my loss. I think I lost like $80 or something like that in ARK. I'm cool with that. That can end up being like a tax benefit for me. And I also sold out of my Palantir stake, which also I lost some money in Palantir as well, but I'm cool with it because it's going to work out to my benefit. Either way, I sold out of both ARK and Palantir, and I took all the money from both of those and put it into Alibaba. And a lot of people have been coming at me because I'm like, yo, this opportunity with Alibaba is too great. When I look at the business fundamentals, remember, whenever we buy a stock, we're not just buying a random piece of paper, or we're not just buying numbers that are moving on a screen. We are buying a piece of a business. We become part owners in that business. And when I look at Alibaba, Alibaba has all the traits of a wonderful business, as Warren Buffett likes to call it. It has all the traits of a wonderful business, a business that is able to return capital to investors at a great rate. And every time I look at it, I'm just like, it just doesn't make sense that Alibaba should be trading at this discount. However, it makes sense when you start factoring other things. Things such as the global climate around Chinese companies right now. As a matter of fact, we had a major attack by the Chinese government on a lot of edtech giants earlier in the week, or I think a couple of weeks ago, when Didi, which was another company, went public. They also had a whole issue with Didi going public. That's when when Chinese stocks started falling and all the negative news started coming out on Chinese stocks. And Baba fell with the thing. I mean, if we look at Alibaba year to date, it is down about 15% year to date. 15%, not because the business isn't growing, not because of any of those details, but just because of the negative sentiment around Chinese companies right now. If we look at the actual business, the first thing that I noticed that stood out to me was like their monthly active users was almost numbers that you see usually with social platforms. Numbers that you see with companies like Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, those kind of companies that get these kind of monthly active users, almost 1 billion monthly active users on the platform. That's a lot of people that are regularly going on the platform to use it. And then on top of it, when I look at their revenue, they almost have like a hockey stick style revenue, and they're growing. And then a big part of what they're growing with is cloud. It's the only cloud company that I know that doesn't get a massive multiple attached to it. If we compare it to Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all of them get wonderful cloud bumps because they're doing cloud computing. But Alibaba doesn't get that bump at all. It doesn't get any of those advantages at all. So I looked at all those factors and I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to dip my toes in. And like Warren Buffett says, when you have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, what you perceive to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, you cannot be doing it small. You have to take those big leaps. And so that's what I did. That's why I sold out of Palantir. That's why I sold out of ARK. And that's why I've been looking at putting more and more money. And that's why I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into Alibaba. It just feels like a good opportunity has presented itself here for me to be able to invest in this company. And that's what I'm going to be doing moving into the future. Apart from that, that's all that I'm going to be doing as far as this portfolio is concerned, is just more money is going to be going into Alibaba. I know previously I said I was going to do that with Ally, but that's not what I'm doing anymore. The focus has changed because an opportunity presented itself that I cannot just let go of. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all learned one, maybe two things out of this entire thing. Let me know down in the comments. Am I making the worst decision ever? Or is this a good decision to actually go after Alibaba? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. I'm gonna catch y'all up in the next one. Remember, generosity is always greater than greed. As a matter of fact, you know one business that I've started comparing Alibaba to? Shopify. Because it's a platform for small business owners to make an online store. And it's the same way with Alibaba. But Shopify gets a massive multiple attached to it, but Alibaba does not. Just saying. Just, you know, as I continue to research and learn about this business, I'm just like, opportunities. But anyway, I'm out of here. Peace.